Ladies and gentlemen, dear exhibitors, dear visitors, distinguished guests, and members of the press. I'm very happy to be here as a speaker at this digital event today. Warm welcome to Auto Expo. Exhibitions are an enormously important part of the marketing portfolio of most type of business, from the biggest multinationals down to very tiny family business. In the past, the opportunity to get face-to-face with your customers was very important, and still it is. But right now, you are listening to me because you are attending a digital fair. This shows that habits are changing. If you told me 1 year ago to see you next year, 2020, on digital platforms, I would have said, no way. Why should we? But things are happening, things are changing. Challenging times are behind us and for sure ahead of us. The pandemic caused a lot of trouble for us, a lot of challenges, but I do think every crisis is giving a chance as well. The exhibition industry has been faced with a very historical junction. If we look back to the global economic crisis in 2007 and 2008, if we look back at September 11 in the US, if we look back at the Icelandic volcano eruption, all these have a severe impact on trade shows, which couldn't happen at this time, and people were looking into alternatives. This time, there is a different process than all of them. People have adapted to digitalization or were forced to. Just think about how many of you did home office in the last months. The pace of change, both technological and sociological, has never been faster than it is today, as the whole world adapts to the restrictions of COVID-19. It is giving the way on how we connect and move around. At the beginning of the Corona crisis, that was at the time when people said, oh my God, hopefully it will be over, and many scenarios planning said in the 3 months or in 4 months. I remember that how many people said in September or latest October it will be history. Unfortunately, now we are in December and still not history, but even in this time, a clear majority of the industry said we really need to change and we really need to think as an industry, how do we want to look like and how does our customer wants us to look like when the crisis is over. In a few years, we will no longer be marketing trade fairs in the same way like today. The trade fair sector has to react to changing business conditions by generating new and innovative concepts. This switch from physical to virtual places, new emphasis on technologies like VR, AR, AI, and robotics, all are still in their early stages, yet look to set to define generations to come. 1 year ago, no one could imagine what will happen with the exhibition industry. To be honest, Corona has heavily negative impacts, but on the other hand, Corona is a pacemaker for new developments. And in the premiere here today, it doesn't matter where you are. It's in principle the same like we did since so many years. Bringing people together, and bringing people together means every time we create a market on supply and demand. I believe heavily this is a fantastic approach, but to be honest, we do it because we are not allowed to come together. Therefore, it's a purely digital sense. I believe the future will be hybrid formats. If we are allowed to do, I'm really convinced that the people would like to meet each other, like to look at each other's eyes, if they really do and invest about millions. We have to fulfill all needs in the future. Broadcasting the information for more than that people who are really joining the show in the halls, that will be the future. This is a great challenge for us. We trade fair organizers will continue to be successful only if we are ready to change and we regard change as an opportunity. Among the practically endless possibilities offered by digitalization, we have to successfully identify those solutions that offer added value to our customers and to us as service providers while making the trade fair business even more efficient. By looking around all the exhibitors, I think future already started, or we are already in the middle of the future and we need to continue that way. here today. You are joining one of that new trends. We think we will shape the events and exhibitions industry in the future. Hybrid events on digital platforms and in real halls is the future. Hybrid is the future. As an exhibition industry, we will work on that. This is just the starting points. Wishing all of you on behalf of Hannover Fest Turkey a wonderful and successful event. Kolay gelsin, iyi günler.